Welcome back to the horror. It's me, Jenna, as always. So since it's Thanksgiving, I feel like I should talk about a movie with a very appropriate name called Feast. Um, just got this a few days ago in one of my horror packs, my Blu-ray horror pack, obviously. And I know at the end of my Blu-ray video, I was a little salty. I know I was kind of like salty about like these month, uh, this month's packs. I've had a little bit of a change of heart. They are actually pretty decent packs this month. I think the reason why I was so like, ugh, that's what we got this month was because number one, I was up like super early for work that day. Uh, was trying to get the videos done, but my dog kept bugging me, asking for walks, and I had time crunch because we had to take him to the vet. So I was kind of like just rushing, and I was kind of cranky. But like I said, kind of change of heart of my horror packs. Pretty decent month. And I actually, I was gonna watch, what was it, Knucklebones first, but I popped Feast in last night because. Um, uh, Someone had commented on my Blu-ray pack, Chance Pryor actually. So shout out to you, Chance. You're one of my loyal followers, so thank you for following me and watching my videos. He said like, Jenny, you gotta watch Feast. It's pretty fucked up. Literally, he's like, watch it right now. Um, so that was like Tuesday or something. So I popped this in last night after work. And honestly, I really didn't have like high expectations because I mean, even when I was like reading the description, I was like, oh, this is produced by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Like, it's from sort of like a semi-reality show. Like, I don't have high expectations. But I was kind of impressed. I was pretty impressed by it. In this movie, oh my god, it is pretty fucked up. But yeah, it was decent. It's got a good mix of like humor in it and some scares, which is always good. It was pretty good balance. Like it wasn't like overly humorous or anything where it was like cheesy or anything. It was pretty good. It was done pretty well. Got some good names in here. Got Clue Gulger. I know his wife, his real life wife, is in here. She was like the little bartender, or like not the bartender, the little bar patron who just kind of kept drinking and stuff. Henry Rollins is in it. Jason Mewes, although Jason Mewes has a very small part, he kind of had his demise pretty early. And oh, God, what's the other guy's name that I feel like kind of pops up? Jonah or Jediah or something. Like I forgot his name. I should have looked it up. But yeah, it was pretty good, and it's it started the movie like something that I really liked about it was like you're being introduced to these characters and like gives like a brief little like bio like oh this person person's name occupation is this and like the last thing is like likelihood to survive. And like each person had like a little thing like first person that they introduced was like probably is gonna die before dawn or something or dead before dawn or like Clue Gulger's wife. I don't. They weren't like married in the movie, but like I said, they're like real life husband and wife. Like they're going with her, and like her life expectancy for the night was like, oh, might already be dead. I don't even know, like, which cracked me up. That was hilarious. And like some of the kills, like, were pretty good. Because he's like I said, it starts off like that, and like then it really dives into the movie. Like action starts really quickly. This is not like a slow paced movie. It's not like like Friday the 13th or Halloween where it's kind of like slowly building up. It just boom, like you're in the movie. You're these monsters are showing up and everything. And it just Oh my god, these monsters. Like Jason Mewes' character, like, this thing, get breaks into the bar or whatever after this couple kind of like breaks in and is like, oh my god, we're being attacked. And so this monster comes in, it's like going all over the place. It's all like spastic. You can't really get a good view of it because it's just all over the place. Like, at one point it was kind of like it had stopped for a second and like, where is it at? And then boom, it races by Jason Mewes' character and literally just like as it runs past him, like bites off his face. So it's like the flesh on his face is like gone, and he's like, and he ends up like dying or something. And another girl, a monster runs right past her and like cuts off her leg at like the knee or something. So just very very fast paced, which is nice. And these monsters are hornier than hell. Like at one point, this monster that broke in, like it's racing around killing these things, and the next thing they're like, "Where is this? Where is this?" And one of the girls is like, points up, it's like it's right there, and it's like grasped onto like a deer head or a moose head, and it's like literally like humping it. I'm like, what? These things are having sex all the fucking time. Like it's crazy, Uh, so, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those fucked up movies. Chance, you were right. This movie was fucked up. Um, but, oh, and, God. So the movie's going on, and, like, the couple that, kind of, like, stumble upon this bar, like, a husband comes in first, and ends up like getting killed right away. And then after he dies, like a minute or two later, his wife comes in, like breaks in, and is like, "Where's my husband? Where's my husband? He just came in." And she sees him on the floor, like dead, and she's like, "Oh shit." But yeah, but because of like their introduction to us, to the audience, we find out that the wife, this girl, is she's like, oh my god, my husband and I, we literally were coming back from dropping, our daughter off at like our parents or something, or at like a relative's house, and the whole point is, well, we got to get out of here because she wants to go, get her daughter. She wants to get her daughter, make sure she's safe and everything. Just get out of this whole situation. Her motherly instincts, you want to go save your daughter, you want to go save your kid. So, they're trying to like figure out what to do and everything. Meanwhile, trying to like board up the place and also kind of like defend themselves because these things keep kind of like they're very powerful and like very like I said, fast moving and everything. So they keep trying to like break in and everything, and they're trying to kill them. And like at one point, like I said, they kind of look out and like the two monsters are like banging each other. It cracks me up because one of the guys or someone said like, "Oh my god, they're doing it doggy style, like monster doggy style or something." Once again, the humor in this I like. This is definitely the humor in this is definitely like right up my alley. So I have people at work that can like vouch what my humor is like. Um, so and then like afterwards, like after they finished off like I guess the male monster took like a dump, like a massive ass dump. Because that's normal. I mean, I know I take a dump right after I have sex. Normal. Um, but it just. Oh god, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I don't know. So I was gonna say, so we don't really know, like, where these things came from or, like, reason why they're attacking. Well, we kind of figure out why they're attacking because the husband and wife that had stumbled onto the bar, they were driving and everything, and then they, like, hit like, the baby or, like, the kid of, like, these monsters, which I'm kind of like, how do you even know if this was, like, the spawn of one of these monsters? I was like, okay, whatever, but I'm not gonna argue. It's a horror movie. Like, there's a lot of things that don't make sense in horror movies, but so that's kind of like the tie of like why these monsters are attacking them and stuff. Trying to exact their revenge and stuff. Um, But yeah, there's a couple of moments where I was like, ooh, I was kind of like, ooh, like, oh God, what's gonna happen? Like the one guy, like the brother of the guy who's in the wheelchair, like I know it had like was going upstairs trying to get like the radio, like the CB radio to like call for help and stuff, and he like, they like locked him in just in case if like one of the monsters was gonna break in or whatever, so that way he wouldn't like get into like the rest of the bar or anything. And like so he's calling for help, and then like the monster grabs hold of like the CB radio, and is trying to break in, and the guy is trying to like, okay, let me out. So Clue Gulger and the other guy are trying to like get the door open, but like the key breaks in the lock, so they're like, fuck, dude. So the wife that stumbled in is trying to like, she literally ripped out Clue Gulger's earring and is trying to like pick the lock and everything, and they get him out like just in the nick of time and everything. And when they close the door, the monster's dick gets caught in the door, so it's like hanging out on the outside of the door. It's like, squirming and everything. And I think it was Clue Gulger, who took something like an axe or something and like chopped the dick off. They're like, all right, well, we just neutered it, so we don't have to worry about it procreating again. Um, but then like ended up having a dick anyway, afterwards. Um, so yeah, so quite a few people die in this. Pretty good deaths though. Good, I have to admit, like good creative deaths. Especially for like 2005, pretty good deaths. Like one of the, so they're trying to, figure out how to get out of here, and they devise a plan, and they're like, okay, well, let's take one of the dead bodies that we threw downstairs, and we'll use that as a deterrent to try and escape. So I think the kid in the wheelchair was like, or one of the guys was asking like, oh, should we go for a male or female? And the wheelchair kid was like, well, go for a female. And you're kind of thinking like, at least for me, like I didn't really like think of this. Then again, I had a couple of ciders after work, so I wasn't like, because I'm usually pretty good about like kind of like seeing what's coming in a horror movie. So he's like, well, get the girl. So they do make this like makeshift like bomb, in like this huge bomb, like, and put it on her and everything. And so they, drag this girl out and everything. And there's something I do have to say though, because the girl that they use, like the entire time, like she was on screen, both when she was alive and when she was dead. Like I just kept thinking like, dude, she's wearing this like tank top that's really showing off her boobs. Like, she's like, that's got to be like playing a part in something later on. Just because I felt like it was so overly exaggeratedly, purposely shown her boobies off. I think I say she actually kind of had nice boobies. Not gonna lie. I'm a girl, but I still check out other girls' boobies. I'm like, um, I'm a weirdo like that. So they got this like bomb on her, and two of the guys, like bring her upstairs or something, or bring her to another level of the bar. And next thing she like wakes up, after they think she's dead. They're like, crap, our decoy just woke up, who we thought was dead this entire time. And so the one guy, the cowboy hat guy, was like, well, no, we're gonna say she was dead. This is our decoy dude. Like, we're not gonna mess this up, which was a little douchey, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I think I would probably do the same thing in that situation. But so they're kind of arguing because the other guy's kind of like, well, she's alive. And he's like, well, no, she's dead. So the next thing you see is like the monster kind of breaks in and like grabs her and drags her out. And at this point, I mean, she's got like an electrical cord, like an extension cord, tied to her, so they can like plug in this like bomb or whatever, this little makeshift bomb. And so she's being dragged out and everything. And finally, one of the two guys who were arguing about what they should do with the girl grabs it and brings it downstairs to try and, like, you know, get this thing to, you know, blow up. Meanwhile, like, he's doing that, and this, like, part of me, I'm like, oh, it's kind of, like, gross. Like, I didn't need to really see that, but it fits with the movie. He literally, like, starts, like, forcing himself on this girl, this monster. Like, I think he started, like, humping her mouth, so it's like he's getting oral from her, like, forcefully. And then, like, thing you see is, like, she's, like, spitting up, like his cum or whatever, his sperm. It was just all disgusting. And then he, like, starts, like, raping her and stuff. And it's like, oh, you know, like, that scene, I was a little, like, oh, like, that's gross. Some, like, weird thing raping you. Although, like, the tree raping scene in the first Evil Dead, like, I'm okay with. Which is weird, that doesn't get to me. But this scene, I was like, ew, what gross. But because of that, and this is kind of why you were like, oh, this is why the kid suggested a female, because these things are freaking horny, and you know they're gonna have sex with whatever the fuck they want. Case in point, at the beginning with, like, the one monster, like, humping the deer head or whatever. So they plug in the bomb, blows up and everything, and then a few of them end up, like, or no, they go downstairs and they're like, you know, arguing and stuff. Because one of the girls that they used to go out to get the truck ends up, like, she doesn't follow the plan. She doesn't, like, back up the truck or anything to try and save them. She just takes off, and they're all like, oh, crap, like, that, you know, totally just failed. You know, like, the one guy who was like, oh, you know, she was dead. We're going to stick to our story. We're going to still use her as bait. It kind of lays on the floor, and you can kind of tell he's like, crap, like, I just sacrificed a girl for nothing. We're still stuck here. And then he ends up getting killed, which was really awesome because, like I said, he's laying on the floor, his back's on the floor, and then just suddenly, boom, like, this monster, like, grabs him, like, through his torso and everything. Really cool kill, once again. And, like, pulls him under the floor. And then at that point, they're just kind of like, all right, let's get the F out of here. So they all kind of get away and stuff. Actually, no, the one girl, though, the wife, she did end up dying, unfortunately. And so, you know, the last remaining girl is like, well, no, we're gonna go save her daughter. We're gonna get out of here for her and stuff. So they end up getting out and everything, running off, and I don't know, it was, like I said, I was really sort of surprised by this movie. I was, like I said, I wasn't expecting to really like it. And I am definitely glad that I checked it out. So I took a chance on this, and I liked it. Sorry. So yeah, it was a good movie. It was a decent one. You know, and I was kind of surprised because it is a Dimension film. And Dimension doesn't always put out, like, the best horror movies, but it was pretty good. It was good. Certainly he's not going to make, like, you know, a top 10 list by any means, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, once again, it was truly, I have to agree, it was a pretty fucked up film, but a good fucked up. You know, it wasn't like Human Centipede fucked up, or I'm sure not necessarily like a Serbian film fucked up. Once again, I've never seen that movie. I really don't want to because I couldn't handle that movie, but I was impressed. So, Horror Pack, thank you for Feast. Thank you. So with that being said, you guys, that's my little take on Feast. You guys definitely check it out. Like I said, it's a little messed up, but you know what? It's worth the watch. It definitely is. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And you guys, for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving today. And then until my next video, you guys, hope you guys stay creepy and classy as always.